Hey legends, Frazer Brookes here, and in this video we're going to do something a little bit different, but I want to share with you how to build and rebuild your business after a bit of a dip. Alright, so if you're new to the channel, please do me a massive favor, give me a big thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, and let me know down below if you got value from this video once we are done. And interact as much as you can, because your engagement really brings energy to us and allows us to really fine-tune what the audience loves and likes so that we can kind of get better. Also, we're on a mission to get 50,000 plus subscribers so we can bump up this channel to 2 videos a week. If you saw the videos a few weeks ago, you would have seen that I kind of revealed it to the team without them really knowing. Yeah, that happened. Anyway, let's go. So, in today's video, I want to share with you a question that was asked by one of my Inner Circle members. The Inner Circle is a group coaching program. It's a 12-month program that I work with very closely with these people to give them assignments, accountability, training, clarity, and all that fun stuff. It's a great program, a favorite thing, and I believe the best investment that anyone can make in their network marketing business for those people who are interested in investing. But this week's question came from Anna Shushanuska, and she actually said that she's been in a dip. Her business has grown, then she's been in a dip. She even said that her business has kind of like, collapsed a little bit, and she's looking to rebuild her business. So in order to answer this question, I want to help not just the people who are going through a dip, but I also want to help the people who have not yet reached the stage to dip because they've got no business to dip with, right? That's what I always wanted to know when I was kind of getting started. So I'm going to share with you something that was told to me when I kind of got started in the business, to be honest with you, a few years before I got started, and it's changed my mindset with everything in my life, and I think it's so important for me to share it with you. So I'm going to use the whiteboard here, and I want to share with you what I call the MLM curve, the multi-level marketing curve. So every single person in network marketing will go through this journey, every single one, right? Doesn't matter if you're 1 year old or you're 10 years old. You're either going to go through it or you're going through it right now. So everyone starts with no one. They have no team, they have no customers, they have no experience, they have nothing. But because they are excited, their kind of energy, their enthusiasm, sometimes their success starts to grow. They go to an event, they get excited. They go on their weekly Zoom calls, they found their tribe, they found their people. They use the products, they get a benefit. They read the books, they're getting fired up. They speak to a few people, they say, yeah, I'm in. And then all of a sudden, something happens. Sometimes you know what it is, sometimes you don't, but maybe you lose a bit of enthusiasm. That feeling that you first got just kind of wears off. For some people, you can kind of liken it to that first date where you go on that first date, you're nervous, you're excited. You go on the second date, you're like really nervous, but you're really excited. But then you go on date 100 and it's just another night. It's just another night to the cinema, right? So that energy can kind of wear off and it plateaus. And when you're starting to plateau, you're starting to look at like shortcuts. You're trying to find different ways to get the energy. You start to look at what other people are doing, and you notice, hang on a minute, Sarah, who was over in that team, was absolutely smashing it, but she's just quit and left to join another company. Hang on a minute, there used to be 300 people attend our in-person events. Now there's 200 people. Hang on a minute, every single week we used to get 37 people on our Zoom calls. Now we're getting 12. Hang on a minute, when I used to speak to 10 people, 8 people said, yeah, I want to know more. And now 6 people are saying, I want to know more. And what happens is you start to dip. You start to dip and dip and dip. And as you start to dip, it's very, very difficult to get out of the dip, until it gets to a point that's very, very, very close to where you started. Now you'll feel that you've gone backwards and you're worse off than when you began, right? You'll be thinking, oh, but I've got no one to speak to now. It's not new for me now. I know the good, the bad, and the ugly. But you might also think, I've got no customers now. I've got no distributors now. I might as well quit and leave. But you've got experience. You're never, ever, 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 ever going to get back to the same level that you started off when you started, because the experience and the skills account for something. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people in network marketing quit as they climb. You know, they speak to a few people. They're excited, but the people they're speaking to aren't. When are you going to get a real job? Or really, should I get a real job, Uncle Brian? What job do you recommend I get, Uncle Brian? Work down the pub. You can serve me every day. Right? No. You quit, you quit, you quit, you quit, you quit. Now, a lot of people, they quit. Why? They quit the business they're in. Oh, that one didn't work. And they end up joining another one. And then they quit here and they join another one. And they climb up, they quit here. Here's the thing. This is what I want you to understand. Leadership is created in the dip. This is the dip. The dips are the most exciting parts of the business when you really understand the power of the dip. The dip is going to tell you, it's going to show you more lessons than the climb up, right? You are going to learn more in the trenches than you are in the peaks, right? Mountain tops don't teach you the lessons, right? Rock bottom will teach you more than mountain tops will. It just will. It's just how it works, right? So you're going to dip down. Now the people who work through the dips, they work through the dips, through the dips, through the dips. It's painful. It's nowhere near as exciting as it was in the beginning. I was getting paid way more in my first 90 days than I am, you know, in this year, right? And then all of a sudden it starts to grow. It starts to rocket, absolutely rocket. And this level feels like a bad month. What felt like a good month feels like a bad month now. But so many people don't make it past the dip. And I'll tell you what, if you've never gone through a dip in your career before, you're not a leader. Now, when it comes to like rebuilding and building, first and foremost, understand that when you're building, the dip's going to come. So don't stop. Don't stop. Once you get a bit of momentum, do not stop. Here's one of the big mistakes people make. They hit their biggest month ever, then they take a month off. They hit mini momentum and they take some time off. They're like, oh, I've achieved my goals, and they take some time off. No. When you feel like you're in momentum, keep going, because momentum is so rare. If you get it once, if you get it once, congrats. If you get it twice, wow, you're a unicorn, right? Very difficult. Not many people see momentum twice or more than once, right? So now you start to grow. You've gone through the dip, and you will start to grow. Now, what's going to happen along this journey is you're going to dip again. But guess what? It's going to feel like absolutely nothing compared to the first dip. The first dip, you're like, oh my God, like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh my God, like, what do I do? What do I do? Do I quit? Do I leave? Do I stay? Do I change? I don't know. The second time, you're like, yeah, stay the course. This is part of the business, right? And then you grow up again. And then you dip again. Oh my God, and then you climb up again. And you dip again. And you keep going and going and going and going and going. I want you to think about it this way. You're in a roller coaster, right? You're climbing up. You're excited. You're a bit nervous, but you're excited. You're like, oh my God, this is going to be great. And then it plateaus and you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? And then you go down. And when it goes down, everyone's like, ah! And then it goes up again. Oh my God, ah! Woo! And then it goes down again. Ah! Everyone's crying and screaming on the way down, but that's where you separate yourself. That's where you separate yourself from everyone else. That's when you grow up, and that's when everyone's quitting and you're not. When you outlast, you outwork, and you outperform, you out-earn. Now, here's why dips is another reason, Anna, especially who asked the question. This is why dips are so powerful, and I'm excited for you. Is if the people were to quit now, they were going to quit years down the line. They're not the people who are going to pay you and your family for generations to come. You need to go through the dips to weed out the weak. You're going to have people who come in your business who are going to be like, they're the first to leave on a dip. Oh, happy days. The whingers, the moaners, the complainers. Bye. See you later. What do they say? Bye, Felicia? Something like that. Bye, Felicia. No, they don't say that. No, they don't say that. She was like, no. Bye. See ya. Right? This is the process of how to build and rebuild. Yes, you might be thinking, well, where's the tactics? I teach a lot of tactics on this challenge. This is the mindset. You've got to understand that the leadership is developed in the dip. The money is made in the dip. And this is what you have to break through. So here's what I will tell you. Go out there and build a new team. But understand you're going to have to keep building new teams year after year after year after year after year. Go and find your class of 2021, then go find your class of 2022, then go find your class of 2023. Because here's the thing, the more teams you build, the more will leave, right? You build 10 teams, 8 of them will quit. You build 20 teams, 15 of them might quit. You build one team and one quit, you've got nothing, right? Never ever, here's the question I want to ask you. Here's the question I want to ask you. Very, very important. If my biggest leg was to quit, what I mean by leg is if you have a compensation plan, which you have, let's say 3 legs, right? So you've got team 1, team 2, team 3. Team 1 does 70% of the volume. Team 2 does 20%. And then team 3 does 10%, let's say. If team 1 was to quit tomorrow, how would you feel about your business? If team 1 was to quit tomorrow, what would be your emotions? If team 1 was to quit tomorrow, what would happen? I want you to live every single day in your business when you're in growth mode of thinking, if my number 1 team was to quit, what would I do? So that you go out there and get a 4th team, a 5th team, a 6th team, until eventually team 1 becomes 65%, 60%, 55%, 50%, 45%, 40%, until it becomes to a situation where if you lost one team, it doesn't really matter. All right? Play the long game. Build through the dip. You've got this. I appreciate you. If you haven't already done so, please do me a massive favor. Give me a big thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments if you got a bingo moment and if you're going to get through the dip. Comment, I'm going through the dip down below. And if you haven't already done so, if you want more leadership-based strategies, systems, scripts, techniques, and guidance, then this is the book for you. I Double Dare You. I Dare You is the recruiting guide. I Double Dare You is the duplication guide on getting people started and duplicating in their business. So go ahead, click on the link in the comments down below or in the description down below. And I cannot wait to see you next week on the next video. Take care. I'll see you soon.